What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today we're gonna run through this trade recap. I literally just took this 1-to-1. Just needed like one more good trade to secure a payout with Alpha. Otherwise, I would have held this. But obviously, there's a 40% consistency on the Alpha zeros. But here are the executions. Right now, guys, Alpha's 35% off all accounts, and I'm running a giveaway on an Alpha zero. So if you guys want to enter that, links in the pinned comment. And Funded Next just came out with some new accounts. They basically revamped some accounts, so I'm gonna make a full video on that later. But go check out the prop firm sales channel in the Discord. I go over them a little bit more in depth. But anyway, so we caught this trade today. I was really happy with this. Coming into the day, I could see us trading either way. The 4-hour was obviously bullish, but if you look on the 1 hour here, we still left a ton of low resistance liquidity on the higher time frame, and we really truly haven't had a strong retrace. Although overnight we did have a move down in Asia and London, and then we started to show some recovery. So what I wanted to use was this 1 hour gap right here as a condition. I put this in the pre-market analysis. I said this 1 hour gap right here. Basically, I had a few scenarios. I said if we displace lower, I want to see shorts and then potentially longs back up to this 1 hour gap. And then if we manipulate into that 1 hour gap, I would like shorts back to sell side. Now, coming into session, a lot of people don't see this, but if you have financial juice, you can see we did have a data wick right here on this 813 candle. We had a data high and we had a data low, and we are kind of just trading in between it. So I was kind of just waiting for market open to do something and then kind of just see from there. So market opens up and we initially just manipulate and push to the upside. We end up taking out the data high and we end up tapping into that 1 hour gap, which again is our condition. If we respect that 1 hour gap and we get confirmation for shorts, we can obviously look for shorts. But if we trade through it, then obviously I'd be bullish because we still have Asia high, previous day high above. We also had a higher time frame bearish S&T because ES had taken out previous day high and NQ hadn't. So I was like kind of leaning a bit more bearish, but I wanted this condition to be the reason for me to look for shorts. So market opens up, obviously rips the upside. We take out that data high. We end up tapping into that 1 hour gap. From there, I'm thinking, okay, potentially shorts. And the reason I like shorts at this point, because now at this point, if we look at ES has just came up, took out the data high, and it's also taken out a set of daily highs. So if you mark these daily highs out at 76.02, ES now took out daily highs. NQ took out data highs and is in a 1 hour gap. So they're both in a reason to potentially distribute lower. So this is just giving us like true manipulation. We have NQ in a spot to distribute lower, which is a 1 hour gap. And it's also swept out buy side. And ES now has swept out buy side daily highs, and they both have reason to distribute lower. On top of that, ES has a data low below and it has a 930 wick. And NQ, same thing, has a 930 wick and a data low below. So at this point, I'm looking for an entry here, and I end up just scaling down because I know at this point we like are probably just going to flush lower, and I can at least get a 1-to-1. So I see this 30-second. I take this. We get nice displacement. I also like how on ES at the same time we get a nice displacing candle. We don't inverse, but it doesn't really matter to me because we have low resistance liquidity leading towards a 930 wick with a data low below and more low resistance below, and same thing on ES. We have an easy point where we could see price just run through, to me this just looked great. Again, a lot of people probably will be waiting in this case we are in a 3-minute gap, so this was a bit more discretionary, also a 2-minute gap. But for me personally, I was fine with taking this. Sometimes I don't take the highest side frame inversion if I have the conviction on the draw liquidity. And in this case, I had conviction in my condition. I knew that both assets were in a spot to distribute lower. So I was confident in just taking the 30-second. So I took this. We end up hitting TP pretty fast. This would play here. We do on this next candle. Right here, I end up going break even as soon as we end up flushing around here, and then I just TP literally for the 1-to-1. Now, ideally, if I wasn't trading a consistency account, I might have left a runner to 930. I don't think I would have held it all the way down to the data low, just because 930 is pretty much like I'd be fine with that. I'm not going to be super greedy on that. But yeah, basically, again, we come up, we have a 1 hour condition. We say if price respects this 1 hour gap, we want shorts. If we disrespect it, then we want longs. It's very simple. We trade into it. We get a 30-second inversion. ES also swept previous daily highs, so they're both in a reason to distribute lower. 30-second inversion, literally just take the 1-to-1. We're in and out of this trade in like a little over a minute, and that's it. And obviously, we end up flushing. So if you guys did hold to 930, I do think that's really solid. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, join the giveaway, links in the pinned comment for the Discord. That's it for me. Talk to you guys later. Peace.